Let's write a program that will prompt the user for an integer, and we will generate some random integer between 1 and 10, and then we will print a message if they guessed the computer generated integer or not. So I have my program set up here. I have a function get 1 to 10 that will generate a random number, 1 to 10. Remember, random generates a big integer, and when you mod any integer by 10, the remainders would be either 0 through 9, right? If it's divisible by 10, the remainder will be 0, and then the biggest remainder can be 9. And so when I add 1 to that, I will get a number 1 to 10, and then I will return that number. Then I'll ask the user to enter their guess, and then I have a function to check their guess. So to check their guess, we are going to use an if statement, a conditional statement. So it works like this. You say if, and then you put inside the parentheses the condition that you want to check. And I want to check if num is equal to guess. So this is the equality operator. This is the operator that you use to check if two variable contents are equal, if they have the same exact thing. And a lot of students will make the mistake of using just one equals, but remember, this is the assignment operator, right? This assigns a value to a variable. So it's a common mistake students make, and even professional developers, just to drop that second equality symbol. So it takes two equals to make an equal symbol. So if they are the same, then I'm going to print a message, cout, you are correct. If they don't match, if they're not exactly the same, I want to print a different message. So I'm going to say else, and then in the curly brackets, I'm going to say cout, not correct. The number was num. Okay, and so within these curly brackets are the statements that will execute if the condition is true. And so you can have more than one thing. You can have a whole list of things that will execute only if it's true. If this condition is false, then the else will execute, and anything in the curly bracket called a block will execute. Only one of these blocks will execute, okay? At least one. One and only one. So you can't, there's no way that both of these blocks will execute at the same time, and there's no way that none of these blocks will execute at the same time. So if this is true, it will print this, else it will print this. So I'll go ahead and run this. Enter an integer, I'll do a 5. Not correct, the number was 1. Bummer, I didn't guess that. So when we learn about iteration and loops, we'll go back and we can modify this to keep asking the user to enter more guesses.